Hello everybody. Hey, I want to go over a few things here. This is an installment on how to hunt with a longbow in the South, and we're going to go over some little things that we need. And let's start. We got to have us a pack, right? I got this pack here. I don't even know. I think it's from Walmart maybe, but I mean, less than, got a hand on it. Less than 30 bucks probably. But they ain't got to be fancy. You just need a pick. Believe it or not, I can pack a deer out with this pack right here. He'll fit in there. And so let's go over some things that we got to have. Number one, and I'm talking about your little things now. Number one, you got to have a thermocell. It's hooked on to my pack, and it has the extra. I don't carry extra stuff in my pack because I got it in here, right? And you got to carry plenty of water. I'm gonna throw this down here. And I usually carry, if I'm on a hunt far from the truck, hot like it is now, I'll have some more in here and it'll be froze usually. I like to carry a little thing of bug spray with me. I carry some markers, and I put them where it's quick to get to. I don't want to have to dig for stuff. If I come to something, and I won't string like 100 of them things out in a row. If I come to a place maybe where I need to cross when it's dark, coming back, the water's deep everywhere except for right there, I'll put one up right there. You know, things like that. Or if I shoot an animal real quick, I can click it on there. I have some on my quiver for that too. I'll click one right here where I'm standing. I'll go to where the critter was at, and I'll click one right there. And you know, you use them markers, and all you got to do is walk by and unclip it and take it out with you when it's time to go. I carry a GPS with me. I seldom use it, but it's good to have one in new country. And this is kind of a cheap rig right here, and it took me, I used to have one that I had mastered, but I can get back into from the truck with this one. My friend Jonathan Mounds was asking me about what I used, and I couldn't remember, so there you go, Jonathan. That's what I use there. And it stays here in the pocket by itself in the top. And you may not need a GPS. You got that Onyx on your phone. I have a compass around my neck and one on my quiver. Let's just dig around in there. This ain't staged. I'm looking at this. I picked this up from where I went hunting last time. I carry a spare glove. Carry some camo paint. It's too hot down here in the early bow season to wear a mask. You got this thing here. You can kind of put some stripes on your face. 2 lights. Little thing that's got some painkillers, it's got sinus medicine, bear aspirins, stuff like that. I got 2 headlamps, and that one I touched when I took it out. There we go. And let's see here. I got a lighter and some extra batteries, the GPS and flashlights. I think that's all that's in those pockets. Gnats are bad out here. Looks like we're about to get some rain and get a little bit of relief from this heat we got going on. Most important part of my pack right here. Got the Bible. I have a file. I carry a file in my quiver for touching up my broadheads, but I also got this Arkansas rock right here, and it'll really get that finished edge on them. And on my knife too. Paper. I started carrying one of these Rata sharpeners. That'll touch up a broadhead and a knife if you're skinning something. That's a pretty good deal for you beginners that struggle sharpening your broadhead and your knife. This ain't a bad way to go right here. Bags, a bunch of them. I got them that's for putting my game in. I use them for waders if I need to. Rain jacket. I can cut it open and sit on it if I'm in a bad place right here. Don't want to get red bugs all over me. Lay it across the log. Good stuff. And I carry a knife in here. This knife, Jason gave me this knife. It is super sharp. I showed it to Pat. We were hunting the other day and I forgot I had killed a pig and skinned him with it and didn't clean it up. And he said, "What kind of knife you got?" I showed it to him and he pulled it out. There's hair and blood all over it. but it's sharp now, Pat. And that's basically it. And you'll probably have stuff that you'll add in there. Usually, Nat, I'll put some I'll put a length of cord in here, green cord, to help me with my blinds. I'll also add some snips for snipping limbs and bushes and stuff. But I'll have a length of cord in here, and can't think of much more that I would normally take. But that's basically what you need. These are little bitty things right here, but you need them. The flashlights, you know, not everybody can afford a $100 flashlight, but them, I got a couple of $20, I think it costs about 25 bucks. They've been lasting for years, and they're plenty bright enough. 2 of them, 2 headlamps, and that's it. And if I go on if I'm going to a place like some of the places I hunt, I'll go like a pretty long straight shot, a couple 3 miles, and then 3 miles back, I'll carry extra thermocell. I put a thermocell in my pack in case that other one won't light. I've had that happen before, and that can make for a mighty miserable time. And that's about it. I usually have a little thing of super glue in my pack as well. It's good if you get cut, you can close it up with that super glue. And you can touch up something, maybe, you know, your rest coming off your bow, or just different things super glue is good for, but it's good for a cut. And in my aspirin, my little medicine thing there, I got some Band-Aids stuck in there and a piece of gauze as well. And it quietens things up. So that's basically the things that you need. I mean, you know, whatever style of hunting you're doing, the neck of the woods you're at, like I said, my quiver has stuff on it too now. I got a compass on my quiver, I got a file on my quiver, I got a little knife on my quiver. That makes 2 knives I have, and usually I'll have a case trapper in my pocket. So if you're a tree stand guy, you may want to add you a little saw to that, something to move a limb or cut a limb around with. And but I like the little snippers. You can snip a pretty good sized branch with those snippers. And hunting on the ground like I'm doing now, you know, I'll need that, and maybe that piece of string, some string for tying up stuff to help with my blind making. And I'll naturally, if I'm hunting, you know, deer hunting, I'm going to carry my pack seat with me. And you'll have a stand. You got to have a pull-up cord for your stand, right, to pull your bow up. You carry your length of cord in here, but every stand I have, when I was hunting out of tree stands, every stand I had a cord attached to it. So that was something that, that was on every one of them. I can't think of much more. If I do, I'll do another video and tell you about it. But you need to pick up all these little things and buy you a pack. As hot as it is, I have 2 or 3 of them because they'll get sweated down. You need to wash them. And you don't need a high dollar pack. This works. If you can afford a high dollar pack, buy you one. But if you're like me on a budget, something like this works just fine. And I'm not going to be out in the driving rain most of the time, and they say, well, I'm going to buy all that extra money spend all that extra money on a pack that don't leak. I'll take one of these bags out of here and sack my pack up before I spend $100 on one, because it's that rare that I'm going to be in a rainstorm anyway. Okay, so there you have it. Y'all keep the good Lord first, and we're getting closer and closer to hunting time. See y'all on the next one.